lights cut the nights like quicksilver razors. My knuckles still smell like sweat and leather and older prayers. Jumped a boxcar when my luck ran thin as thread. Left a framed picture of my baby on a dresser of splinters instead. Black water runs slow past the mills that chopped our names. We learned to call ourselves lucky if we kept all our frames. The diner coffee's blacker than the sermons they preach, and the road knows every scar that the river couldn't keep. I rode the rails for a whisper, for a job that never found me. Hid my sorrow in my collar like a lonesome country hymn. There ain't no hymn for that kind of hurt, only a sour tin cup. So I drank beside the furnace while the nights stack up. The whistle cries like a mother who can't find her son's face. We trade our hours for the pennies that keep our grave space. I sing to the roster of the lost and the late. And the black water keeps my secrets where the cold nights wait. If you want to know the cost of a man's last vow, look for his shadow on the rail, and you'll find him now. Sundays smell like cigarettes and churchyard dirt. We kneel on cardboard pews where the floorboards hurt. The choir sings the glory, but the plates come up bare, and the pastor looks at us like he prays for the air. Kids run in circles, socks that have more hole than pride. They laugh like it's a currency that never died. This town prays for miracles but trades in small reprieves. We trade our promises for the promises we keep. The sun leans on the roof like an old man's weight. Got notices and letters stacked like a debtor's bait. My brother's got a limp from the plant that quit in June. My sister keeps the children and the landlord keeps a tune. We pass around an ashtray full of other people's names, light the same cheap matches to keep the same old flames. The bell rings like an accusation and the steeple looks ashamed. We whitewash all our stories, but the darkness stays the same. If you count the holes in the hymnals, you'll count the ways we try. Ashtray Sunday keeps the ledger, and the ledger keeps the sky. Fires hung like a hymn beneath the black road spine. We count the miles in cigarette butts and silver lines. Every town's a courthouse shadow, every inn has a crooked name. But in the mirror under the dash, I never see the same. Whiskey nights put fire in my chest and coal in my palms. I trace a route on a county map where luck and law hold qualm. There's a river we can cross, a sleeper train that won't ask why. If we don't take what's coming, we'll be crows beneath the sky. My tongue, a simple crooked plan to take the last of what the city stole from my hands. You laugh and call it folly, but your eyes don't hide the want. So pour that amber courage and let's stake our home in John. Under the copper stoplights we'll sign our names with a grin. Black road oath we ride together through the thunder and the din. If the dawn finds me without you, I swear I'll turn right back. 'Cause whiskey nights and promises are how the long roads track. Hands feel like map lines, cracked and old. I wore my youth like cheap cloth, and I did what I told. We worked the sun down to bones and built our debts by hand. Swore we'd never beg for mercy, only tips from the land. Whiskey was a teacher, and it taught me how to bend. Taught me how to hollow laugh and how to call it a friend. My backbone's old to the bar, and the bar keeps my bones. I pay in empty bottles and a lit cigarette's tones. Sometimes I wake up lighter, like the work's just a dream. But the mirror keeps the ledger, and the ledger keeps the scene. We put names on tombstones and dates on our regrets. Say goodbye to daughters and kisses into cigarettes. There's a lullaby of industry that hums through the field, a song for every broken thing and every wound that won't yield. I keep a photograph of my hands inside my shirt, so when the night gets hungry I can show it where it hurts. If you hear a guitar crying near the county line, that's the sound of a man buying time with bone and whiskey and rhyme. napkin maps and bourbon dreams, a blueprint folded twice. We stake our claims in lipstick stains and stories soaked with ice. The back room's full of crooked kings and men who hold their breath, while I sketch exits on a coaster and pretend I'm planning theft. Whiskey nights make architects of thieves and poets out of fools. We trade a life of half-baked plans for something bigger, something cruel. The mason's hammer on the porch, the banker's ledger on the shelf. We plot a way to steal our future back and buy ourselves some help. There's a hollow in my chest where regret used to sleep. I fill it up with better lies and promises we keep. We'll bury fear beneath the rail, plant ambition in the soil. We'll raise a roof of stubborn hands and sweat and honest toil. Keep your eyes on the horizon where the freight lights bend and glow. Bourbon blueprints in my pocket, the only maps I know. I learned how to pray with coal dust on my hands, crossing calluses and Bible creases by the light of a busted lamp. Mama kept a coffee pot and a rosary on the mantle. Daddy kept a job that folded up like a bad map. There's a river black in the seams of my boots, and the moon crawls slow over rusted roofs. When the whistle calls midnight and the town goes thin, I whistle back something rough, something kin. The boss man says keep your head down, son, don't ask why, but we stitch our Sunday look from the hem of a hard sky. My pockets hold lint, my teeth hold the taste of cheap wine. I count the horizon like a dead eye all the time. There's a portrait of a boy in a cracked tin frame. He ain't much different from me, but he still says my name. So I drive a truck hauling memories and small town hopes. I fold each bruise into songs and use them like ropes. I don't pray for a mansion, just a room with a door where my girls can laugh without listening for the war. Cold dust on my face like a badge and a shame, but it warms when a fire in the stove takes the blame. When the sheriff's boots creak and the payday falls short, we plant stubborn seeds in an empty sort of court. Hold on, little sister, let the night keep its rage. We'll write our names in the ledger stage. I'll sing low and rough for the ones they forgot, for the hands that built bridges they later burned to rot. Forgive me, Lord, for the times I swore and I stole. I was gathering scraps for a family to make whole. If heaven is a field, I'll pitch my tent there and work till the sun peels away the ground and the sky learns to hurt. So take this coal dust prayer, tuck it in your coat. It's the only warm thing we got when we're floating the boat. And morning will come with its slow, stubborn light. We'll keep moving on. One more mile, one more night.
Moon hangs low over the cold town like a warning. My mama's hands are calloused prayers and she keeps on moaning. We light the stove with old blue bills and cigarette ends. The landlord's shadow crosses the yard, laughs at what we pretend. There's a baby in the corner with a blanket thin as hope, and the preacher's pocket's empty while the steeple still looms close. I keep my boots by the door for the morning cold and the rusty train, 'cause hunger is a law around here and luck don't ever explain. I drove a rig for a promise that got lost in the snow, left my name on a bottle and my faith on a road. The coal dust sits like a tattoo on every soul that stayed. We trade our teeth for silver and our graves for what we made. A coin that never came home. My wife's got my old letter in her pocket, turned to stone. We sing low for the living and pray low for the dead. In the dark, the children barter dreams for bread. If you ask me for the story, it ain't fit for Sunday noon. So I keep it in my pocket and I whisper to the cold river moon. Cold iron hands keep the ledger of the night. They count the coins for every crooked fight. I wear my lips like a coat that don't fit right. Buttons missing where regret sits tight. The town remembers by the scars on the door. Names carved in pine like an old folklore. My father swung a hammer, my mother swung a curse. They taught me how to bargain with the universe. I keep my wallet full of old cheap bread. 40 little promises that I don't dare. If they ask about mercy, tell them it's a rusted thing left to turn in the wind with the bells that never ring.
Under a copper moon, we whisper like men with too much debt. The creek remembers footsteps, the sky won't let us forget. We plan a little revolution with a pocket full of names. Old grudges get trimmed like hedges, lit slow like cigarette flames. Whiskey nights make conspirators of saints who lost their way. We draft our little empire from the bones of yesterday. There's a ledger in a coat pocket and a pistol in a glove. There's a promise to a mother that we'll buy her back the love. Sing a crooked railroad that'll ferry us away. The fields that bloom like banknotes and a better kind of pay. The rooster's got his warnings, but the moon refuses dawn. So we'll raise a toast to misfits and the deals that must be drawn. If the law comes dressed in daylight, we'll slit our shadows loose. Copper moon, could we tip our hats and swear by every news? I used to pay rent with the weight of my regrets. Now I trade them for maps and a slow burning light. The nights used to come like a thief, take my breath and leave my pockets empty. Now they come and find me ready, pockets patched, hands a little cleaner. Smoke curls from the tailpipe of a life that nearly stalled. I listen to it call, and I tell it what I learned on the road. You don't need a choir to find mercy. You need a stubborn heart and two good shoes. I pick up road gravel in my teeth as if it were some kind of currency. Folks call me worn down, but I call myself weathered, like a barn that stood. There was a time I sold my mornings for a bottle, had nothing left to buy back. This morning I traded that debt for sunrise and a rifle of honest work. My voice is a gravel road that leads somewhere, even if it's not pretty. It speaks of busted things mended with the sweat of small labors. I stagger less now, because my feet have learned a map of the ground. I learned to stand where the light hits and make friends with the shadow. My past is heavy, but I learned to put it on a leash. It walks beside me, not on top of me, a companion I feed truth to. When the townsfolk whisper that I should be quieter, I sing louder. Not out of spite, because the truth needs a sound to live by. There are mornings I still ache like the weather, but the ache tells me I'm alive and able to haul my soul a little farther. I fetch the dawn with a patient grin and a voice that still holds dust. I was broken down, yes, but broken open to carry what matters more. They come with silver tongues and promises like smooth rain. I keep a ledger of promises lined in cigarette ash. Power is not what they hand you from a velvet chair. It's what you keep in the hollows of your hands when the music stops. There's a hymn I sing under my breath when the Lord comes knocking. It's not for God but for the life that taught me to stand alone. I've traded softness for a backbone, made of rust and moonlight. I wear my past like a coat, stained, mended, and stitched with oath. You think power is loud, listen close. It's a gravel whisper, the kind that moves mountains without asking for mercy. I learned to bargain with night and make compacts with the road. Every scar a signature, every scar a quiet law I keep. take them with a grin. I got a harder kind of hunger that don't bow to kings or crosses. When the dust settles and the neon dies, I'll be the one left standing. Not 'cause I'm clean, but 'cause I learned how to make the darkness work for me. Ooh. Rusted chain and iron teeth, I learned to make friends with both. Raised on the back roads where power was a hand on the throttle. And Daddy gave me a map of scars and a promise you don't ask for mercy. Mama taught me a hymn that tasted like bourbon cold. Power sits in the way you mend a broken jaw with a whiskey grin. It's the crooked lean of a man who's never been spared a favor. I keep my word like knives, sharp and slow in the belly of loss. You either pick them up or you step aside and watch me pass. There's a light that lives behind my eyes like a red signal. It flickers when I find a cause worth breaking for. I don't sing for salvation, I sing to keep the wolves guessing. My gospel is gravel, my altar, cracked highway sign. The morning bow. The jar on the table only holds one last nickel. I roll it in my palm like a prayer for the old gospel. Rain's got new names when it hits this tin roof hard. Kids sleep in shoe boxes, dreaming of a yard. Mama chews the end of her worry, swallows morning blues. Dad left his boots behind and his radio in the news. There's a note pinned on the door that tells of unpaid dues. We eat the quiet between the breaths and the bad news. stole from my pay to buy her some bread. Said I'd come back with Sunday money and a place to lay our head. But the truck gave out on the county line, the engine coughed and died. We slept under a billboard that promised a better life inside. The sheriff's got a ledger and his pen knows every name. There's a long list of sinners and we're all to blame. So I sang to the nickel, I sang to the jar. If heaven's got an address, it sure ain't where we are. When dawn cracks open hard like a glass we can't replace, I fold my shame into my pocket and I chase another day. I keep an almanac of long shots penciled in between the scars, dates for when to leave, to burn, to change the names of cars. Whiskey nights are calendar pages soaked with acetates of hope. We drink to broken clocks and roads that teach a man to cope. There's a ledger in my glove box full of faces I might trust, and a list tattooed on napkins that says leave before the rust. We plan to buy a pasture, to stack a little light, to trade the courthouse for a kitchen and the sirens for the night. I confess my sins to bourbon, then baptize my doubt with rye. I make a map of better sins and plot the safest lie. There are nights I dream of fingerprints that never match my own, so I learn to hide the trembling and pretend I'm made of stone. But when the stars get reckless and the whiskey runs cold and wide, I lift my glass to futures where we finally stop to buy. Long shot almanac and a two-beat heart that warns. But if the road keeps calling, son, we'll answer for the dawn.
In the courthouse of the highway, I stand guilty of my sins. The jury's full of shadows, and the verdict always wins. The judge is just a lamplight burning holes into my code. The law is just a rumor, and the rope is just a note. I hand my heartbreak over to the night and watch it file the case. The echo in the alleyway still pictures my disgrace. I plead with crooked angels, but they never come to stay. They whisper cruel instructions and then vanish in the day. There's sensing in the silence where the whiskey reads my name. There's mercy in a mirror, but I'm never that insane. I thank the dark for company and the wind for its applause. I count the crooked victories and the holes inside my car. So let the midnight jury gather, let 'em clap for my decline. I'll stand there in my leather and I'll torch the borderline. I am what I was given, and I gamble what I'm owed. I'll ride until the gavel hums and spills across the road. I've been running on flat tires and faith that's barely holding. Sunset template stamped into my palms like old corn. The motel neon flickered a light, but I checked in anyway. Woke up to the radio screaming country songs for the town. All my maps have coffee stains, my prayers have grease on them. I got a face that says used to be somebody, but my eyes stay honest. There was a time I thought broken men end, not beginning. Tonight I learned how to lean on the edge of that truth. Wind plays the wires overhead like a preacher with a loose hem. Every mile is a memory trying to trade me for a lesson. I let it try, then I paid the fare with teeth and stubborn breath. Found a patch of sky behind the bar, stars like gold pennies. Held one in my palm and it felt like a promise I could keep. There's grit in my voice like I swallowed a road and kept going. A crooked grin, a cigarette as it won't fall no matter what. I told that empty bed I'd come back someday, and meant it this time. Pack my cheap boots with patience and a pocket full of repair. The river I crossed didn't ask for my reasons, only my footprints. I left them like markers so I could remember how far I rose. Trouble still tastes like old whiskey at the back of my throat, but there's sugar in the sunrise and I learned to chew it slow. I walk with a rhythm that used to be borrowed, now mine by habit. My shadow stretches not to chase me, but to keep my pace. If life knocks me down, it won't do it for free anymore. I stand up, shake off the dust, and set my jaw to sing again. The bar smells like answered prayers in yesterday's fight. I light a cigarette and watch the moon sit low and polite. My thumb traces the rim of a chipped glass garden of rust. I write our names in the margins where the ink forgets its trust. Whiskey and nights teach my hands to keep a secret slow and mean. We call it fortune, call it fate, call it what we ain't yet seen. I fold a paper promise, tuck it in a boot that won't stay still. Got a map of crooked highway and a hunger the road can't kill. I picture a place with no badge lights and no front porch lights. A house with timber strong as vows, a kitchen big enough for dreams. When the bottle laughs and the neon sways, I tip my plans to the floor. All the reasons for leaving stacked like crates against our door. You say it's foolish to believe a man can outrun his names. I say tonight we buy tomorrow and ride our own flames. So pour the last for the lost and the men who never came back right. Here's to the ledger of moonlight and the tracks we carved tonight. Neon cast a jaundiced halo on my face. I trade my soul for 10 minutes in this place. The alley's got a heartbeat, a rhythm made of fear. Taxi cabs confess the things they won't hear. There's a woman with a 9-glance and a pocket knife smile. She counts her blessings down in the drawer of God. I got a wanted poster, paste it to my chest, but the city loves a sinner who can pass the test.
There's glass in my whiskey and glass in my eye. I walk the sidewalk like I'm walking on a lie.
Steel and asphalt, sing a lullaby crew. We drink until the morning swallows up the moon. I learned to drive by moon. There was used to rising like a dog after a slow vanishing ghost. My truck's got a dent that holds every wrong turn, and my bones hold a map of the road I had to earn. I've been run out of towns and run toward the sun. I've been laughing at losers and loving the ones. Old dog, new tracks, that's the way I keep moving on. Leave a rusty trail of my anger and a sweeter song. There's a girl in the back seat with a sleeping town grin, and a baby that cries when the world wears thin. We stop at the diner for coffee and cheap pie, trade stories with drifters and make the jukebox sigh. The law's always near and the debts are nearer, but the moon shakes my hand like an old-time cheater. I ain't got no coin for the lords of the town, but I got a guitar and a chest full of sound. I'll play us a map from the strings of my soul. I'll stitch up your hunger, I'll stitch up the hole. The road's a hard teacher, it's a cold, quiet friend. It'll give you a lesson and take back again. Oh, dog, new tracks, you learn how to bend, how to break without shadow, how to lose and pretend. I carry a pistol that's older than my name. I keep it for promises I don't wanna claim, but I trade that peace for a plow and a porch, for a field of small things and a slow, steady torch. If trouble finds trouble, it's just one more day. We'll gut it and leave it and go our own way. We ain't saints in a book, just sinners that code. We stitch up our futures with stubborn hope. So when the county line trembles and the blue lights flash past, we take one last look in the mirror and drive fast. Old dog, new tracks, the horizons are hooked. We teach ourselves mercy when we finish the book. And if morning finds us with nothing at all, we'll sing to the sunrise and answer the call. Porchlight hums like a slow old hymn, and the night folds us both like a stubborn limb. You sit on the step with your knees pulled in tight. I watch the moon silver the end of your fight. And there's a rusted can of nails on the table by the door, and a picture of a girl with an apron won't pour. We talk in small reckonings, measure truth by the hour, counting the ways a day can steal all our power. I pluck a string low, let it rattle your bones. There's a melody that keeps us from turning to stones. Your laugh is a match in the drawer of my ribs. It lights cobweb corners, it loosens the fibs. We've taken our knocks, we paid for the shoes. We learned how to mend what the devil would bruise. Porchlight Psalms, that's what we sing at night. Two people and one lamp with a stubborn kind of light. I tell you about the road and you tell me about the child, and how your mama believed in a man without guile. We ain't got much cash, but we got a way to be kind, and a slow, steady love that the world left behind. When the factory quit coughing and the telephones died, we stitched up a lie and we let the fear slide. I'll carve your name on a piece of fence wood and call it home. Paint it with a laugh of the kids and the pride we've known. If the sheriff comes knocking for reasons unknown, we'll answer in harmonies, we'll speak in our own tone. Under porch light we bargain with ghosts and with grace. We trade little prayers like a pocket full of lace. So hum me the tune that your mother once sang. I'll fill in the chords where the old rafters hang. And when morning arrives with a slow, honest drum, we'll pack up our courage and keep moving along. Porchlight songs in a town grown too small. We'll keep singing until the last shadow falls.
The house on the ridge lost its paint to the sun, and the mailbox stands crooked like a soldier undone. My father traded harvest for promises and lies, left us with a ledger of unpaid alibis. The field's edge is ash, the fence posts lean down, where babies used to run and dogs used to drown. We baked bread from doubt and fed it to the wind, learned the names of our sins, how to patch up and grin. Ashes in red clay, that's the color we know. A patchwork of sorrow where stubborn weeds grow. But my mother would steady the light with her thumb and hum hymns to the stove till the evening was numb. The preacher drove by
never said slow. We keep stacking our prayers like wood in a wet shed, watching for sparks that won't scroll down like our bread. There's a letter in my pocket stamped with the city's neat hand. It says, come on up, boy, there's a job in that land. I thought of the road and the smell of burnt corn, but the thought of leaving made my boyhood forlorn. So I bent my back over land with a stubborn kind of grin, and I learned how to harvest the luck that was thin. My hands are a map of the days I have spent, and they tell little stories that money never lends. We danced at the county square with our heels on the line, spinning thrift store ribbons and cheap church wine. Ashes and red clay, give me one more hard dawn. I'll saddle my sorrow and chalk it on the lawn. If the bank takes the house, take the pictures too. I'll build a new home from the bones of who's true. The sun will come up on the cracked kitchen tile, and my children will laugh in a still empty aisle. So stack the ashes, plow the red clay away. We're breathing hard, stubborn, and making our day. Hold the seed and the story, hold the grit and the song. We'll keep hewing our futures from what's done us wrong. There was a bar stool with my name carved into it by a fist that didn't care. I left an atlas of promises there beneath the bottle ring. My hands remember how to take and how to give the wrong thing first. Sometimes salvation looks like a busted truck in a pocket of change. I walked out beneath a sky that smelled of coal and old God. Underneath my ribs a small crow kept pecking at the idea of giving up. I fed it the last of my pride, and it turned into a kind of fuel. The town clock counted down like it held a grudge against me, but every tick was also a heartbeat, stubborn and loud. I've been like a reed in the preacher's wind, but I didn't break clean. The world tossed its worst at me, and I learned to catch the pieces. Brought them home, sanded the edges, glued them with new songs. There are mornings when my reflection tips its hat back and says, you tried. I grow calluses out of promises I intend to keep this time. A dog howled at noon, and I answered with a mouthful of truth. No poetry about pretty sunsets, just the plain work of getting up. I light a cigarette for the ghosts and stomp the ash for the living. The floorboards creak in rhythms that teach me how to stand steady. Love lived like a thief, but I found a better kind of taking. I kept patience in my pocket and traded it for small victories.
but they don't speak the whole story. My hands are honest witnesses, and they keep making things right. Tonight I sleep in a house that still leaks, but the roof's my own. I rise with the same crooked smile, unearned fights I shouldn't have won. A bruise the color of lessons, but the spine is straight beneath it.
I woke up in a pocket of moonlight, busted ribs of an old farmhouse, dust in my teeth and a rusted ring of keys in my fist. There's a map of old mistakes tattooed on the inside of my eyelid. Road signs telling me where I fell, but not where I should go. My hands know the seam of every failure. They keep coming home with holes. I drank the clock dry, spat out the hourglass and cursed the sky. Something in me kept a small coal burning when everything else went out. A stray dog yelped like a memory, and I followed it down to the river. The water took my shadow and left a clearer man behind. I used to wake to the sound of my own holler and nobody answering. Now I learned to sing soft enough to make the night listen. I patched my heart with cigarette paper and stubborn prayer, pushed a dead pickup out of a field with two hands and one good sweat. This body's got more mileage than any road map, but I still put it to the wheel. Every scar is a railroad ticket I paid for with a cheap song and a cheap grin. I gather up my losses like firewood, stack them high so morning can come. A dawn that smells like coffee beans and iron, promises in the steam. I am broken in, not broken beyond fixing. Into songs I can walk with. If the world keeps pushing me down, I keep learning the way up. There's blood in the mud, but it washes with the morning rain. I'll hitch a ride with the honest wind, stride out of last night's grave. My voice is gravel, my steps are slow, but they're mine again. And somewhere between the whiskey and the workbench I find my name. I rise with a crooked grin and the whole world's doors begrudgingly ajar. I'm not finished, I'm only proving
remember Tommy's laugh like a gravel road, a cigarette ember, a match struck in the dark. We drove a county lines in a truck that wouldn't die, named every motel after the road we took. Tommy swore he'd buy a patch of land by the river, plant corn for his mama, teach kids to fish. But the river took what the night couldn't keep, a twist of fate, a break that failed, and then silence. Mac came back with a busted jaw and new ghosts. He wakes at dawn and pours a coffee like prayer. Says he hears Tommy in the kettle's whine, sees him in the rooster's cry. We scrape together paychecks, we smoke the cheap brand, we sing the cheap bar lights to keep the dark at bay. I keep Tommy's lighter in my pocket, warm from my skin. Sometimes I talk to him in small ways, like ordering 2 whiskeys for the living and for the ones that rolled off too soon. There's a rusted bike on the porch and a faded jacket in the chair. Some things don't leave, they just settle into the dust. We keep their names on our lips like prayer beads. We keep riding till the horse is tired, or the road remembers our faces. Yeah, thunder lives inside my boots when I stamp my name in dirt. I carry old misfortune like a badge and taste it when it hurts. The town can hear my heartbeat like a drum beneath the floor. They lock their doors when midnight finds my footprints on the porch. I got a devil in my ledger and a woman made of smoke. I trade my sins for stories in a language nobody spoke. The engine bells are warning and the moon is painted dead. I drink the last confession from a glass that's stained with lead. There's a promise in the gravel that remembers every fall. There's a poetry of vengeance written sideways on the wall. I'll thunder through your silence, let the righteous fold away. I'll spit a line of iron and then ride out at break of day. You call me what you want now, I've already been named. I'll meet you in the darkness where the angels lost their flame. So saddle up the thunder, load the low and let it bruise. I'm the outlaw they whispered about in every crooked news.
the sound of my own boots, folding the day open, a hangover, regrets, and a grin I learned to wear like armor. The town's reflection in a puddle looks like every bad decision I made. Still I step through it and leave cleaner footprints than I arrive with. My fingers know the names of tools and the names of saints alike. I pray with a hammer sometimes and call it honest work. There was a time I thought the ground would keep me, bury me soft, but the dirt only changed my shoes, didn't swallow my story. The bar's jukebox played the same sad song for a decade. I hammered a new riff into the silence and watched heads lift. The men I used to drink with call me stubborn, call me fool. Maybe they're right, maybe stubbornness is the only currency I own. I traded for mornings and a sounder night's sleep. A woman once said I had a graveyard face. I told her it's fertile soil. There's a patch of sun by the fence I plant myself in each dawn. Water it with small kindnesses and no refusal to quit. If life throws me over, I learn the knots that keep me steady. If it tries to steal my breath, I make a map of every lungful I got left. I carry my history like a dog carries a bone, one pound necessary. Broken is not the end, it is the frame a better picture will hang in. Tonight the moon's thin grin is my witness as I set my jaw. I patch the leaks in my luck and let the good tide climb back in. One step at a time, one song at a time. I am hauling myself